break, they break. Okay, well, last time they went off, he stayed off.
Okay.
And he's been off.
Well, she said that you were off your job. Was that by choice or by, because of the fact that?
Well, I have been working on, at that construction company for a nice little while, at least 15 plus years. Like you say, we do have times where work is up and work is down, seasonal. I just take it as it comes, roll with the punches. But at this given point in time, I was laid off.
Okay. Well, if were you happy for it? Were you happy for it? Was there a little jealousy or?
Yes, 'cause he's a hater.
Well, to be honest with you, I was for it, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? Because I had been at that job for so long.
Your job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I wasn't ready to up and just leave my career. I had started my career here, and then,
She said you weren't working.
You've been on the couch for
I
2
wasn't,
years.
but, eventually.
You said you were laid off.
I was laid off, but, I'm still getting, my little, unemployment and things like that.
That little bit of change is about to run out, and it's not helping do anything.
So what would happen when the unemployment? By the time you get moved and situated, you wouldn't have unemployment, would you?
No, I wouldn't, but I had kept myself busy. I was staying self-employed.
Doing what? Doing what?
Man,
Laying on the couch playing
we never sat
Fortnite?
down with those. You never seen the contracts that I had written up, the proposals for individuals, and I was still making ends meet regardless of what you're talking about right now.
Well, you know what? But let me ask you a question. He says he was making ends meet. Was she saying that with this opportunity, there would be more for your family?
And the ends still haven't met. So what is he talking about? Because if the ends were meeting, then I wouldn't have to come out my pocket, and there's certain things that I wouldn't have to do. So how are the ends meeting? Because when I come home, you laid out on the couch. You done been there for 2 years. The middle of the couch has a dent in it.
Is he
because
depressed?
He's
Do you
been
think
there.
he's depressed because of his situation?
Judge, I've asked him, baby, are you depressed? Do you feel that you need counseling? Do we need family counseling? I put all options out there. He's like, nah, baby.
No, I told
okay.
her no. I said,
But
no,
come
we
home,
don't
he's
need
not
no
cooking,
counseling.
he's not
We got our own
The house
time.
is
We can figure
dirty.
it out.
Well,
We can
you know
figure it
what?
out.
There's nothing going
We
on.
can figure
And then,
it out.
Nowadays,
We
it's
don't
this new
need
game out called
no third
Fortnite.
party.
I come in and that's all he wants to do is play Fortnite. No money,
Fortnite,
no nothing.
no, that's the kids playing Fortnite.
you
I don't, I'm a
playing too.
Madden
Okay, well,
2K
hold it,
fan.
Hold it.
What are you doing?
Hold it 1 second. That's the problem. Lack of communication. You aren't hearing what the other person says. Now,
I'm tired of him.
he said, you said you thought possibly he was depressed. She said, well, maybe we could go to counseling. And why don't you want to go to counseling?
You know why he
Or
doesn't want to go to
family
counseling?
counseling.
Because you know what people say, black people don't go to counseling.
I know.
No.
I was about to talk about culture.
Yes.
That we don't
See,
go to counselors.
No, we don't, because we usually
We need it, though.
deal in house.
We need it, though.
Because what
You
they say,
need it.
go in the house
You
and
need
figure it out. So yeah, we gonna figure it
We
out.
gonna find it
I don't need
when
no
he come
third
home and ain't nobody
party.
there. But
I don't
him
need
and them
no
box.
third
So we
party
gonna find it.
individual trying to
gonna find it.
mediate
He's
and
gonna
say
find
this
it.
and that about their opinion
gonna-
on
he
how
gonna
we
find
should
it.
carry it, because
So
no
you-
one knows
He
how
gonna
we
find
should
it.
be carrying
Like
it.
I said, you're gonna be by yourself.
Would you?
Only we know what's best for us.
You're gonna be
Let me
by
ask you a
yourself.
question.
That's
Let me
what
ask-
you gonna do.
Let me ask one question. Because you said he would be by himself.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you actually up and leave? Would you leave by yourself? Or would you leave the children with him? Or would you take the children with you? What would
Now,
you
see,
do?
we hadn't
'Cause
even discussed
talked
that.
about
That
it.
wasn't
I
even a
haven't
bit,
talked- I
right.
didn't say anything about the children, because he said that there were, elementary age
True.
children, right?
What type of role model does he think that he is for our children? When, yes, he does construction, very good with his hands. Yes, he is. However, he's been laid off, and it seems to me as if he's fine with not doing anything. So at first it was okay because the kids coming home and daddy's here and he can help them with homework and prepare things,
Does he do
dinner,
that?
what
Does
have
he
you.
help them with the homework?
That is, no, they're helping him.
Oh, okay.
They're helping him. He got his jogging pants over here, a sock over here, a sock back there. Nothing's being done. So the kids come in from school before they can even have a snack, sit down and do their homework. They're looking around. They see that he hasn't done anything, and they know when I come in, I'm going to have something to say. So they're doing his job, and he's just laid back doing nothing. Like I said, no cooking, no cleaning. He's not asking them how their day was. He's not assisting with homework. So after a while, it's kind of like, what's his purpose? What purpose is he serving? We're not doing nothing. Like I said, he ain't cooking, he ain't cleaning, we ain't going out, we ain't having sex, we ain't doing nothing.
Well, you know, you brought up one question, a good question, and you talked about role models. What do you think about it? She said that your behavior is not conducive for the children. The role model.
No, I don't agree with everything that she's saying. Okay. I truly don't. Like, I am a great role model to my kids.
What do you do with your children? Do you work with them?
I work with them. I help them with their homework. I spend quality time with them. I make sure that they're fed. I read a book. I read with them. I do other things with them. You know, and I don't know. She works enough. So much to the point where she doesn't actually get a chance to see what I do. So if she does come in,
BJ just had a project. Did you help him? Did you help him?
Yeah. Where were you? Where were you? You said
I'm sorry.
you worked.
I was the one that was going to the store getting the materials so he could make sure that the project came to fruition.
You're working.
And
then on top of that, you're always
like,
calling.
Mom, I need your help.
You're always calling, talking about, hey, how are the kids? What are they?
Guess what? This is not working, but evidently somebody else has something to say about it. So we do have a caller.
Because he's a scrub.
Pick up your, let's hear what the caller has to say.
I'm so tired of him, I don't know what to do.
Let's hear what the caller has to say. Caller?
Yes, hello, Judge Veal. Love the show.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Bobby.
Your name is Bobby, too,
I am also a construction worker, and I understand exactly what he is saying. And for one, construction is one of the highest paid industries, way more than a flight attendant. So I'm not understanding what her problem is.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
thank you.
She's a flight. I didn't know that she was a flight attendant. She was a flight attendant? Are you there? Okay, caller.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think she should do?
I think she should just be quiet and let the man be the man.
Oh, okay.
I think both Bobbies should live together. How about that?
I guess that's a solution. Thank you very much, caller. Thanks.
Appreciate it, man.
I
know.
Stand
up for the guys. Stand up for the guys.
Should she my question is really, should she forego her passion or this opportunity?
Judge Veal, I'm not stopping her from wanting to relocate. She can go and do that. I'm not ready to leave. So if that was the whole thing, we never got a chance to discuss what we were going to do with our kids. If we were going to go there together and be wherever the job was going to relocate her, or would you leave them with me and then you just go? So, I mean, we never came to a conclusion.
Even here on the show, we're arguing back and forth. So
it's a lack of communication. Like she said, she started it off. She said she texted me. How indirect can you get?
Well, I text you because I was prompting you before I got home. I'm telling you, like, baby, I got some good news. So I'm thinking
when I get home, I might have had some bathwater
ran. I might have had 2 or 3 rose petals at the door. Since I told you that I had some good news. I'm thinking maybe I would have had a half a glass of wine. Maybe you would have left me some. Hopefully you hadn't drunk the whole bottle.
What did you want to say before we started this way?
What I wanted to say was the fact that he doesn't know that I have heard, don't know if it's true, never asked him about it because I'm at a point I don't even care. But I have heard that there's some bad neighbors around the block from where we live. And I've heard that during the day while I'm at work and the kids are at school, that he's over hanging out at the neighbor's house. Okay. Well, over at the neighbor's house, they're over there getting drunk, getting high. It's prostitutes over there, tramping and all types of stuff. I heard he over there popping pills and messing with some little nasty girl.
That is just, popping pills, that is just so false. Oh my God.
Was he doing that prior to you getting married or at the beginning of your marriage?
Well, before we got married, he was indulging in a little bit of substance abuse. However, it was not where it is now and the drug of choice at that time, to my knowledge.
That's why I'm wondering about him being depressed. I mean, when you've been on a job so long and you get laid off, people sometimes get into just a slump, and they just can't get out of it. But I have one question to ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that you had good benefits on this new position.
Yes.
Okay? Aside from the money.
Yes.
Sometimes if a company has to relocate a family, they may help the spouse that was working that would not be working because of the relocation.
Right.
Because when I read your paperwork, you said that you were going to go to the West Coast.
Yes.
So do you think you could approach them and tell them that you want this position, but you do have your family?
Yes.
And would they be able to find a placement for your husband?
And this is the thing, Judge, that's something that I was going to do because, again, aside from, he's multi-talented. There's various things that he can do. However, like I said, he's been doing construction for a very long time, so I understand that he's good at that, and he may want to stay in that field. I got that. So I was going to talk to them about that because you figure by him being in construction, he can work anywhere.
Right.
Right? Okay, so it's not even about that. It's just about the fact that he just feels like he doesn't want to leave. So my thing is, what is keeping him here? We technically don't have nothing here but each other. We have a few friends, but our family is other places. Unfortunately, my mom has went on to glory and his has too. Still have our dads. We both do have our dads, but our dads are still in separate states. So again, the only thing that's really here are people that we've met along the way and memories. So why not go to another environment? Change can be good and it also can be bad, but we don't know if we don't try it.
Let's try it. How do you feel if as part of the package, her benefit package, they would place you with a construction company that would allow you to do the, what you've been doing before, and then you could eventually, if you choose, possibly break off and do some things, because you would have to get acclimated and things like that. How would you? The weather's better, right?
Yes.
If, on the West Coast. So is that something you would think about?
That's something I would think about. I just wish that we would have went, accordingly to get to this.
But that's
you
what
know
I'm
what I
here
mean?
for.
But we never got the opportunity to because we were always clashing. But if she would have mentioned that to me, that was the package deal, then possibly we would have had something to
I couldn't
go
get
off
there.
of.
I couldn't mention anything because your attitude was so smug. And after you ate that Popeye's chicken sandwich, you just,
Yeah.
what? You just blanked out.
Yeah,
All you was like, no, I don't know if it was the sauce on the sandwich had you going crazy. I don't know what it is.
Well, it probably could. It was the shock.
Was that it?
It was the shock of him having to uproot.
It was quite overwhelming at the moment.
That's probably what it was. So what I want to ask is that something? Would you be willing to approach them and ask them? Say yes, I want the position. I'm able to take the position, but only if you find my husband a spot in a construction company, and they would know people, right?
This is very true, and
it may spark your relationship again.
And you are totally right, and I don't have a problem with that. But for me to do that, I need him to be in agreement that we and he, we have to go to counseling in order for this to work. Be us staying here or us relocating. We have to have some type of mediation, and I appreciate you for taking time out to speak with us. But we have to have some type of counseling or something because other than that, both of us not gonna make it.
Okay. You know what? I always say that when you are in turmoil, you have to give and take.
Right.
I feel a little give. How do you feel about there's no difference in going to counseling than coming here and talking to me. Now, suppose you find a counselor, someone that's able to talk to you, to relate to the situation. Would you be willing, just to give a session or two?
Yeah, I'll give it some thought. I probably would want, just for the betterment of the relationship and things like that, so that way we, can continue.
Okay. And the children, we will be able to make sure that the children are placed in a proper school or the same level of school.
Oh, yes,
of course. We're on top of that. We're going to make sure, no doubt.
There's no conflict
when it comes to
when it comes to
no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so that's what our agreement is going to be. And that is, I recommend is that you go back to them, and based on the company that you told me that is hiring you,
yes,
I am almost positive that they're going to say, okay,
I agree.
You have not gone back and said, no, I want all this money. All you're asking for is to to bring your whole family there, and they shouldn't expect any less. You know, from you to bring your family there and for them to help him as part of your relocation package to help him find a position. And then you're willing to go to counseling in order to help the family and make sure that the family stays together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Judge Veal, I want to ask you a question. So say, for instance, I've done all of this, and then he decides that, no, he doesn't want to go. What do you suggest? Because you're not going to see me back in your courtroom. If anything, you're going to see me on divorce court on TV.
Well, then you know what? Then you're just going to have to go to divorce court. And the reason I say that is because right here, there was an agreement.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's her
And
problem now.
what-
She want to be extra.
Well, I think
when
what
we
she's
already
well,
done resolved the issue.
Well, no, but no,
I'm
she
just-
wants
I
to
just
make
wanna
sure
know.
she wants to make sure it's going to stay intact. Okay, so therefore
I'm gonna leave
you
you right
will
here.
go to counseling, and then what she's going to do is use this and get a copy of the tape and give it to the divorce court. That's what she's
you better
going to do,
know it.
because you said that you've agreed. So this has been, you know, a good addition of appeal to Judge Veal. So here she's had this opportunity to advance herself, and I think that the husband was just a little shocked, maybe a
Jealous.
little jealous.
Yeah, he's a hater.
And, you know, because of the fact that he wasn't working. And now we've resolved this issue. So what all she's going to do is just ask the company to help her husband find a position. And then that would be it. So thank you so much for watching this edition of Appeal to Judge Veal. And remember, if you have any type of conflict or concern, or you want something to be mediated, or you want us to kind of work it out, just give us a call.
I really appreciate Judge Veal for hearing our case today. My husband and I have been going through some different things. I got this promotion. He's acting like a hater as opposed to a congratulator. However, Judge Veal did take the time out to talk to us, and she had a lot of good things to say, and we are going to actually follow what she says. Hopefully, you guys will not see us back on here again, but if you do see us back on here again, it's because it's over.